Good morning to each one of us, especially to Mrs. Aguilar. Good morning to you, ma'am. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ana Rose Pugoy, and I am one of the reporter for today's discussion under the topic of Erikson's psychosocial theory of development. So, in continuation to the previous reporter, we will tackle about the seventh stage of Erikson's psychosocial theory of development, which is the generativity versus stagnation. This stage occurs or takes place during middle adulthood between the approximate ages of 40 and 65 years old. It is important to note that life events during at this stage tends to be less specific than the early stage of their life. This means that individuals during middle adulthood find their purpose or contribution in regards to their existence. They create or nurture things that make them outlast. And generativity versus stagnation are the psychosocial conflict that we will dig deeper. But first, let's delve into the generativity. For you to gain knowledge, let me share this information. Generativity is an extension of love into the future. It is concerned for the next generations and future generations. As such, it is considerably less selfish than the intimacy of the previous stage. With generativity, the individual, like a parent, does not expect to be repaid for the love he gives towards his third children, at least not as strongly. Few parents expect a return on their investment from their children, although the majority of people practice generativity by having and raising children, but there are also other ways as well. Erikson considers teaching, writing, social activism, and generally to the welfares of future generations. So, to be specific, generativity is about making a mark in the world through caring for others or making things that make the world a better place. And now, I'm giving you the two benefits of generativity. So, one of the benefits of generativity is greater fulfillment. Since this is one of the key benefits of generativity, this comes from the sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that individuals feel when they contribute to society or positive impact to the life of others. This can be achieved through various means such as mentoring, teaching, or even parenting. When people invest time and energy into helping others, they grow and succeed, they often found or find a sense of purpose and meaning in their own lives. This can lead to a greater sense of happiness, satisfaction, and overall a fulfillment. The second benefit of generativity is the development of more positive relationships. When individuals engage in generative acts such as parenting, volunteering, or participating in a community, supporting others, often lead or foster stronger connections with those they help and with the broader within the community. Did you know that individuals who experience stagnation, they may feel a sense of dissatisfaction or consequences? And these are the consequences of stagnation. When people fail to achieve generativity, they instead develop a sense of stagnation. Such feelings can have an impact on how people manage the later years of their lives. Some of the potential impact or outcomes linked to stagnation includes reduced cognitive function. A 75-year study found that less successful psychosocial development at this stage is correlated with weaker cognitive function later in their life, potentially through increasing the risk of depression, which leaves individuals more vulnerable to cognitive decline. Here's the other consequences of stagnation, which is the lower quality relationship. There may be a lack of communication, emotional connection, or shared goals and interests. This can lead to boredom, dissatisfaction, and even resentment, but it is important to note that stagnation is not a permanent state, and individuals can take steps to overcome the stagnation. Since we are done with the consequences of stagnation, and now I'm giving you a steps or ways on how to decrease or overcome stagnation. And now, let's deepen your knowledge about the maladaptation and malignancy of generativity versus stagnation. Overextension refers to an excessive or unbalanced focus on generativity without considering one's own well-being or limitations. And it evokes an overwhelming or commitment to taking care of others or making a significant impact on the world, often at the expense of one's own desires or needs. Individuals experiencing overextension may neglect their own self-care, personal goals, and relationship in their pursuit of generativity. To address overextension, individuals need to find a balance between their generative efforts and their own self-care and personal growth. Rejectivity refers to a negative or dismissive attitude towards younger generation, new ideas, or changes in society. It involves a refusal to embrace or support the development and well-being of future generations. Too little generativity and too much stagnation, and you are no longer participating in or contributing to society. To overcome generativity, individuals can cultivate an open or inclusive mindset. Care as the virtue of generativity versus stagnation goes beyond just providing physical care. It also involves emotional support, guidances, and being present for others during challenging times. This involves caring for others who are close to the person. It's either family, co-workers, friends, and others, as well as caring for the community, for the future generation as a whole. That's all for today, and thank you for taking a bit of your time to listen and for allowing me to embed knowledge about Erikson's psychosocial theory of development.